field. Only 5% of the ocean has presently been explored and charted. The rest of its depths are still unknown. Mermaid tales have always been a part of society, so much so that there are countless different origin stories we can learn about worldwide. To inform on all these different types of mermaids, we will be focusing on different locations. First, we will be focusing on mermaid origins in Asia. Secondly, we will acquaint ourselves with mermaid myths from North America, South America, and Africa. And lastly, we will learn about mermaids originating in Europe in order to get the full picture of what a mermaid is. So what is a mermaid? A mermaid is a mythical sea-dwelling creature, often described as having the head and body of a woman and a fish's tail below the waist. The earliest depiction of a mermaid in history is attributed to the goddess Atargatis in 1000 BC in what is presently known as Assyria. She is pictured above. According to Karen Harris, journalist for History Daily, who wrote The Origins of Mermaids, Greek Mythology, Ghosts, and Christopher Columbus, published on the History Daily website, which was accessed July 6, 2022, stated that the Assyrian fertility goddess Atargatis was the first mermaid known in history. She threw herself into a lake after accidentally killing her mortal lover and took the form of a fish, but only from the waist down, as the waters could not conceal her divine beauty, and the gods could not bear to see her die. Then there are mermaids in China, Korea, and Japan. According to Ocean Info, an organization that supports ocean-saving charities and provides oceanic information, who wrote The Incredible Origins of the Mermaid Myth, published on the Ocean Info website, which was accessed July 5, 2022, stated that the Chinese folklore describes mermaids as capable, beautiful, and able to turn their tears to pearls. They were seen as gentle, mild, and a blessing of the sea. And similarly, in Korea, mermaids are also seen as good luck. They warn fishermen of sea storms and impending doom. However, in Japan, the folklore is much darker. They believe that mermaids are grotesque creatures that bring warfare to land as their bodies are washed onto shore. Their flesh is also believed to grant immortality if it is consumed, but they are such bad luck that most people just tend to avoid them. Interestingly, mermaids originating in North America, South America, and Africa are quite similar. A mermaid has been spotted in the Caribbean. It is said that John Smith, who helped settle Jamestown and was acquainted with Pocahontas, had a mermaid sighting off the coast of Newfoundland in 1614. He wrote in his journal of the encounter. He noted that her long green hair had imparted to her an original character that was by no means unattractive. He was even slowly starting to fall in love until he realized that she was half fish from the waist down. Another myth is the Ayada, or the Lady of the Waters from Brazil. According to the Real Mermaids, who wrote Ayada Mermaid in Mythology on the Real Mermaids website, accessed July 6, 2022, stated that the Ayada is described as beautiful with green eyes, shining hair, and a mesmerizing voice, who lived in the Amazon River. An example of her is noted above. She had a duality to her, though, because even though she was able to captivate men with her beautiful looks and her mesmerizing voice, she was also responsible for the deaths of thousands of people and hundreds of destroyed ships. Then there is the Mami Wata, or the Mother of the Water, a mermaid in Africa. She is similar to the Ayada because she is thought to be diabolical. She lures people to their death and is blamed for the bad weather, water disasters, and the overall disappearances of men. In other versions, she is thought to have brought people to her underwater home and granted her spiritual enlightenment. She can heal, but she can also cause ailments. And then there are the mermaid myths originating in Europe, such as the ones in Greece and Rome. According to the Royal Museum's Greenwich, an organization supported by the British family, who wrote What is a Mermaid and What Do They Symbolize?, who was written in the Royal Museum's Greenwich website, accessed July 6, 2022, stated that the mermaids in Greek and Roman mythology are close in appearance and character. They equate mermaids with sirens, but are still both different entities. One Greek myth depicts Thessalonike, Alexander the Great's sister, as a mermaid who died in 299 BC and lived in the Aegean Sea. She transformed into a mermaid, and she would ask sailors if King Alexander was alive. Depending on whether the answer was yes or no, she would either let the sailors go by or she would sink their ships in anger. She would even cause storms, killing the sailors. And then there are the mermaid myths in England. In England, mermaids are thought to be bad omens. Even though they are beautiful, they seduce sailors and drown them purely for their entertainment. Pictured above is the classic example of a mermaid in England. She is the definition of a siren. Sirens are mermaids who use their stunning beauty and melodic voices to lure sailors to their doom. There are truly countless versions of mermaids found throughout the world. There are the mermaids of Asia, the mermaids of North America, South America, and Europe. And they are both so similar but so different. They have a duality to them that parallels the duality of the water that they live in. Hopefully more tales can come to the surface so we can continue to learn more about them. Thank you.